Welcome to this Saturday Travel and History Tip, and welcome to the Price Tower. We're glad you're here. This is home of an art gallery, a museum, and the inn at Price Tower. We chose the Expanded Historic Tour, also known as the Wright Legacy Tour, which includes guided access to the top 3 floors of Price Tower, the permanent gallery, and a walking tour of the Unity Square and the Bartlesville Community Center. Known as the Tree, Price Tower is nicknamed the tree that escaped the crowded forest. Originally designed for downtown New York City in 1929, the tree that became the Price Tower in 1956 can certainly be seen as having escaped the crowded forest of Manhattan skyscrapers. More so, the name reflects Wright's philosophy of organic design, wherein the trunk of the tower, its structural walls and elevator, utility shafts, which also extend below ground to form roofs, supports branches of tapering concrete slab floors and is graced with green copper leaves. The tower's height is 191 feet. Top of the spire measures 221 feet. Each side of the Price Tower measures 45 feet. The tower had 42,000 square feet of rentable space. Each office had approximately 1,150 square feet, and each two-story apartment had 980 square feet. The tower is built on a cantilever design. All walls and floors are supported solely by 4 interior wall columns of steel-reinforced concrete. These columns divide the floors into 4 quadrants, 1 for apartments and 3 for offices. The copper panels on the exterior were set within the concrete as it dried, locking them into place. The copper louvers on the exterior of the building are horizontal in the office quadrants and vertical in the apartment quadrants. All of the architectural copper features were chemically patinated, giving the exterior its famous green color years before it would have happened naturally. The entire design is based on a 30, 60, 90 degree diamond module, which can be seen incised into the pigmented concrete floors. All interior walls and furniture falls into place along this grid, which is pigmented Wright's favorite color, Cherokee red. It was in 1952 that the Price family visited Frank Lloyd Wright at Taliesin to discuss designs for an office building. I have done previous Saturday tips on Frank Lloyd Wright. He is America's architect, and he was born in Richland Center, Wisconsin on June 8, 1867, and he died in 1959 at Taliesin West in Arizona. Wright never received formal education as an architect, but rather learned through apprenticeships, the most famous being Louis Sullivan at the firm of Adler & Sullivan in Chicago. Wright opened his own office in 1893. Wright designed 1,141 works in his 70-year career. Of these, 532 were completed and 409 still stand. The Price Tower Commission also allowed Wright to design a program of interior built-in furniture, freestanding furniture, fixtures, textiles, and decorative artwork. And a little bit about the Price family. Who is Harold Price Sr.? He was born in 1888. He formed the Electra Welding Company in 1921 in downtown Bartlesville, Oklahoma, 8 years after he graduated from the Colorado School of Mines. By 1926, that's just 5 years later, Electra Welding was the largest welding contractor in mid-America. The Price Company constructed pipelines in 1941 through 1945 from the Gulf Coast to the East Coast and from Alaska to the West Coast, neutralizing enemy attacks upon ships carrying oil across the oceans during World War II. In 1962, Harold Sr. died, and Mary Lou, his wife, became the chairman of the board of the H.C. Price Company, one of only a few women in the country at that time to hold such a position, which she held until her death in 1978. In 2006, the Price Tower's upper 3 floors were returned to their 1956 appearance following an extensive restoration and conservation effort. As part of the expanded tour that we took, we went to the 17th and 18th floors, which housed the Price Company's corporate apartment, a small office, and the company's conference room. The 19th floor penthouse was the office suite for H.C. Price and is the only story without scored concrete floors. In 2007, the Price Tower was designated a National Historic Landmark, and in 2014 became part of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This is a must for any Frank Lloyd Wright fan, of which I am one. On our tour, we also went over to the Bartlesville Community Center. It was completed in 1982, and this $13 million building was designed by William Wesley Peters, the chief architect of the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. The building's enormous cloisonné mural, a stylized Oklahoma landscape, was designed by Heloise Swayback, also of the foundation. The center's acoustically superb 1,700-seat auditorium is the site of the annual Oklahoma Mozart Festival. After leaving the beautiful tower, we drove by Frank Phillips' home of Phillips 66. Yes, he lived in Bartlesville also. And Conoco Phillips has had their headquarters there in Bartlesville until recently when they moved to Houston, Texas. Phillips's home was built in 1909, and this neoclassical mansion contains the original furnishings of its 26 rooms. It also features a museum shop as well as separate interpretive centers with an exhibit, The Life and Times of Frank and Jane Phillips. Bartlesville isn't without a sense of humor. The water tanks say hot, warm, and cold. It's kind of a gag, and it's all a part of American history. Learn it, love it, appreciate it. Don't let them steal our history. Treasure our American history and teach children our American history. Don't forget to visit my website, danasbooks.net. And if you order all 3 of my books, you get 1 free plus shipping. That's only $36. Just give me a call and we will ship them to you the next day. Hope you watch the Saturday Travel and History Tips. And next Saturday, the Coleman Theater in Miami, Oklahoma. It's spectacular. Thank you.